I did it. I know I shouldn't have done it. I should not have done it. But yes, I went out and I watched episode 7 of Uncle from Another World. I should have, I don't know, maybe I should have just kept it off to the side and kept it until eventually episode 8 possibly came out. But I couldn't resist. I watched episode 7 of Uncle from Another World, or Isekai Ojisan, and it hurts even more now. I already mentioned in several newscasts talking about the fact that yes, Uncle from Another World was indefinitely delayed. They have here recently stated that they are going to be coming back in October, so essentially they're going to be starting over in October. Starting from episode 1 again. If the studio can get their crap together and they can fix their problems and get people in there is a hopeful chance that by the end of November, we will have the next episode, episode 8. But as it stands now, we have a long delay before we get any more of this series. And it hurts now more than ever because I watched episode 6. I've always loved Uncle from Another World. Every episode is absolutely phenomenal. This show has exceeded my expectations so much, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I think the studio, despite their issues that's happening in the background, they're pulling off the art style of this series, and the comedy is absolute gold. And then I watched episode 7, and for those, and yes, of course, this is my impressions of the episode, so I'm going to get into spoilers here, but my gosh, I am so in love with Fujimiya. Like, oh my gosh, the scenes with Fujimiya was absolute gold. So gold. Oh, I didn't actually think this show was going to actually have a solid kind of romance building in it. Like the shenanigans around Uncle and the elf and Mabel and possibly this Alicia girl is all good and everything, but it doesn't really feel like a romance is going to develop from that stuff. It just feels like shenanigans, harem shenanigans. Technically, the idea between Takafumi and Fujimiya is a possibility. Now, early impressions of their relationship seemed like that was never going to happen because it seems like Takafumi is just as much of an idiot as his uncle, but gosh, it really does look like they're pounding it on. Like they're piling on that this could be a thing. Like that scene of them at the end of episode 7 of them inside of the classroom, again, acknowledging that some incident where they met a long time ago was technically her fault because she was a nasty, villainous bully. It still clicked for her. It was what changed her. Like that was the sign of what changed her as a person. Because yes, we went from her being this mean, gruffy, bully kid to basically improving her image, trying to make herself look attractive for Takafumi. This was a trigger point. Him stepping out and saying, "You shouldn't push girls like that. Are you okay?" And she said that it made her feel good. That was all. It made her feel good. He wanted to protect her. It made her feel good. And so, yes, really does look like it's really edging it. And it really kind of plays out Takafumi obviously being kind of, whoa, okay, blushing and everything to her statement. But additionally, like, just kind of throwing it into a comedic mood where this friend comes in and says, "Oh, she's really popular. Can you give me the names and numbers of every one of them so I can find them?" Use this, like, 1 hour or whatever he has of powers to go out and just completely destroy all of them. But it was good. Like, this entire episode was good. And it was great also at the beginning of the episode having, oh yeah, Oji-san literally lost his jacket to the elf, and she left behind something for her, which was literally the dress that she wore, that very transparent, beautiful dress that she was wearing. Oh, who should I give it to? Well, do you know anybody? Oh yeah, Fujimiya. It was very brief though, like a very quick scan of Fujimiya wearing it, which was, yes, sure, I'll take it. It didn't fit her as well as it fit the elf, I will admit. The elf looked amazing in it. But no, him trying to get his jacket back, that was more good stuff. Going in there, ties her down, goes to take away the jacket. Oh wait, your arm's in the way, or your arm's tied up. Crap. Well, just release me. Yeah, I could just release you. Bam, done. Then she just go ahead and keeps the jacket and runs off. Like, she's that obsessed with keeping it. Like, yes, technically her giving up the jacket right there in front of him is her revealing herself, but it's literally the fact that she loves the thing so much and she wants to keep it and she doesn't want to admit it. But technically him in that whole situation is kind of reflecting on how much he kind of misses that world, which is, I think, the first time we really seen him talk about how he misses the previous world. Just the shenanigans that he got into with Elf and Mabel. But no, the rest of the episode was funny because it introduces, yes, the hero's party, or at least the hero with her 2 companions, which is apparently Alicia. She is the hero. And then she has, I think, Edgar and Raiga with her as well. Like, apparently, Oji-san had met them, like, several times. It's just, every time he met them, he would erase their memories, and then he would have to meet them again. And I think at some point, Fujimiya comes in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just to get you caught up, this is the party that he has met, like, 3 times, but he keeps clearing their memory. The first time was obvious because apparently Alicia had seen that he created the barrier in that one town. And he's like, oh crap, erased all the memory. Which sucked because like right before then, Takafumi's acknowledging, oh, wow, Ojisan had friends. Like he made his first friends. He had a companionship there and he ruined it all because he's an idiot. But no, like the second time they meet, they were going to get this hedgehog. And so he's like, what, you can't harm a hedgehog? Because he's thinking Sonic. And Ojisan's like, well, Takafumi, the hedgehogs of that world aren't blue and fast. They're like slow. And he's like, no, uncle, that's what hedgehogs look like. That's not, Sonic is not what they should be looking like. I love this. He was talking about how he learned how to translate. He at one point was able to translate what a beast was saying. And he's asking this hedgehog, like, hold on, hedgehog, why are you doing this? Why are you invading people's homes? Why are you attacking humans? And it's always like this squeak, squeak. And he's like, and it's like the most terrible translation, like horrific. Squeak, squeak. I don't like the way they taste. And then why are you doing it? Squeak, squeak. I like to hear their horrific cries. It's music to my ears. I toyed with them as they died. He just nukes the thing. It's so good. It was so good. This show is just absolute comedy gold. The stuff at the beginning with the Golden Axe too was hilarious, using like this cliffside to kill monsters. It doesn't even work out. But no, eventually he does finally ask them, hey, do you guys know where the hero is? I'm looking for the hero. And look at Alicia. It was so cute. She's like, hey, was it Edward or whatever? It's like, hey, can I borrow your sword? And he's like, yeah, sure, but why? And she takes it and she's like, yeah, all to do this one pose to look all valiant. I am the hero. And it's like, that was a lot of effort to try to make yourself look cool, girl. So she seems like she's gonna, I mean, it didn't seem like she had much of a quirk about her before. She was just kind of the semi-timid, but slightly kind of more comfortable than the other two guys of stepping forward. Whereas it seemed like when she was essentially pronouncing that she is this hero, she just kind of went a little bit goofy mode. But yeah, the lead up to the scene between Fujimiya and Takafumi was great too. Just that apparently Ojisan can grant Takafumi his powers temporarily. So he's like, hold on, I'm gonna leave. You can handle this though. He's like, well, what am I gonna do? I don't have your powers or whatever. He's like, hold on a second. He actually goes through the process of acting like he's he's picking up his flip phone to talk to the spirits. Like he has to talk through the phone, and you know it's not true. Contacts the spirits, have them grant him his abilities for a while. So yeah, you have Takafumi like having a little bit too much fun with those powers, but all just to kind of show that he's willing to kind of step forward and protect Fujimiya because he believes that Fujimiya is in trouble. Come to find out, it's just her brother. And I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but you realize that they had the whole kind of appearance change opposite directions. So like the very beginning in like when they were younger, Fujimiya was like really crude looking and had an angry face all the time. And the brother looked normal. Well, now that they're older, Fujimiya looks like, you know, a lot more prettied up, whereas the brother got really ugly. So it's like they swap places. So now he looks like a grumpy looking bully guy. But yeah, he had a little bit too much fun showing off to Fujimiya like all the stuff that he could do, teleporting them, creating images themselves, and transferring around. But anyways, good episode. Such a good episode. Episode 7 was by far, it just keeps getting better and better and better. I really do hope that, again, come late November, they get this stuff back on track because I so badly want the rest of the series. It is such a good series. I already mentioned before, but with an indefinite delay, I was just have to just jump in the manga. But again, I think that they're doing a great job of capturing the art style. And then you're having the addition of the voices of the voice actors that are actually working on the project as well on top of it, what you don't really technically get with a manga. So, but I'll wait. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure to hit that like button down below, comment, let me know what you thought of this episode if you're going to be checking it out, and maybe you're just poking in to hear how it's doing. Additionally, if you've not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get all my content. I do news reviews, first impressions. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. Additionally, if you want to support this content more, we have a Patreon link, a tips link, and a super thanks button down below. I greatly appreciate everybody that does, and you'll take care.